Wishtenders! Welcome to the second episode of Behind the Wish, Our Beauty Stories, a new podcast exclusive original audio series where we welcome Wishtrend TV's beloved hosts, Wish Company staff, and other special guests for a chat not only about makeup and skincare, but also deeper subjects regarding beauty, self-image, and more. Furthermore, get an insider look at Wish Company, a brand and media company that not only creates and develops brands like Dearest Claire's and by Wishtrend, but also produces beauty, health, and lifestyle content as we sit down with staff members. So join us and our lovely guests at the Wishtrend studio as we go behind the wish to share our beauty stories. Today is really exciting because if you guys remember, after the first episode of Behind the Wish, which came out a few months ago, we asked you guys in a survey what you wanted to see from us in the next episode. A lot of you guys gave us the suggestion to have a video podcast along with our audio podcast. So here we are today filming for you guys. For those of you watching us on video, hello, and for those of you listening to us on the podcast, also hello. We're so excited to sit down with our second guest for Behind the Wish, Eunice.
Yay!
Come on in. Doodle-wa, doodle-wa. Yeah, just come in and sit down. It's like a radio station. Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you for inviting me. It's really exciting. I'm kind of nervous to be here. Hi everyone.
So we're excited to get to know you more today. And I know a lot of our viewers and listeners are very curious because you've been our host for a long time, but they don't know exactly how and when you started on our channel and
That's
all
true.
your beauty secrets. So we're gonna break them down. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so question number 1. Who or what got you first interested in beauty?
Okay, so I think it was about junior high school when I started meeting my best friends. We had a little crew, and then I think that was the first time my friends started buying me, like, for my birthday or something, they bought me like pink clothes and pink makeup, and because I was such a tomboy before. So I think that's the first time I started kind of getting interested in beauty. And then after, when I dealt with adult acne, I think that's when I really got interested in beauty, especially.
So then how long have you been with Wishtrend?
I don't know. How long has it been for you? Like 6 years? Or
I think it has been like 7 years now.
7
like
years?
Counting the time I started uploading content on my channel for them.
Right. I think for me about 5 years now. 5 years?
Okay, so how did you come to know Wishtrend and how did you start working here?
Well, that's a funny story because I had my makeup artist and hairstylist for a very long time. I was actually with one person for the longest time. And then she was like, hey, do you want to do this thing where you can talk about skincare and you can speak English? So I was like, yeah, I'm down. I want to do something like that. And actually that time I had a full-time job. But I was really excited because, I get to talk about skincare, I can speak English and meet new people. So that's how I started actually. So I started doing one video for Wishtrend TV, and then it started adding up, and then
I remember our first opening video.
at Dongdaemun?
No, like at the studio.
Yeah, with what's her name?
Tay.
Tay. I still remember too.
Yeah, it's the first time we met each other. It was
Yeah.
really fun. So
Yeah.
what's the most memorable experience you've had then while you've been at Wishtrend?
I would have to say the most memorable experience would be, it's not like this one time or one moment that I remember, but I think it's the people that I've met. I would have to definitely say it's, the people that I met, you, all the staff, Gina, and everyone at Wishtrend TV, especially our contents team as well, because I worked for them as a producer as well. So yeah, I think the most memorable thing would be if I retire today, and if I look back, I think it would be definitely the people.
I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
So how do you think Wishtrend then has changed throughout the years?
Well, I honestly, in my perspective, within the 5 years that I've seen it, of course it grew as a company, and of course we're bigger now. We have so many of our how many Wishtrenders fans do we have? We have like billions, right?
Billions.
Millions, our not just our Wishtrend TV YouTube, but we have podcasts, we have Facebook, we have
Instagram.
everywhere. Yeah, so I think of course it grew in numbers, but in my eyes as well, the beliefs that they had where they always wanted to share positive energy and beauty with their subscribers is still the same. So in that sense, I think we're the same, but in the other sense, I think we're bigger, much bigger. So
Okay, so then how do you think Wishtrend changed you over the years?
I think I grew as a person definitely within the 5 years, and thanks to Wishtrend, I found a career that I really wanted to do. So I kind of found what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I want to thank Wishtrend on behalf of this place right here. So definitely, it made me grow as a person. I would say, of course, I grew as a host too, but I think it made me grow as a person. So.
I agree with that. Grow as a person, that part. So yeah, what's your favorite video you did with Wishtrend?
This was a hard one. I don't know. Can you see like there's one video? It's difficult, no? Like there's so many that we probably did.
I briefly touched upon like the hit rap song we did.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And then I also talked about Teen Beauty Bible. And for me, it's like instead of it being like one specific video, it's more about like a series.
Oh, okay. Then series, I think definitely it was random, but before when we did the hip hop rap thingy, that was so fun because that was the time the hosts got to really know each other. Like we had to hang out together, we did something different together, so it was really a good experience. I feel like that was a good bonding experience. And then another thing would be, I would say, Wishtrend TV versus a.k.a, because that I think I learned a lot. Like even if I'm not the host for it sometimes, like I learn a lot, and I really like that one because I feel like it would be very helpful to our Wishtrenders definitely.
Okay, this is kind of like repetitive, but what's one thing you love about Wishtrend that has kept you here?
I would say, of course, it's just to be blunt, I think it's the work because of course people. I love the people as I mentioned before, and that's the most memorable thing I think if I retire today and things like that. But it's the work. I really love it. I love talking about skincare. I love being in front of the camera. I love being able to share our messages and learn together too as we're actually writing the script or as we're getting the script and memorizing it or practicing it together and things like that. So I would say the work. I think it's great to discover new beauty trends about skincare, especially skincare for us, you too, you love makeup too, but for me, skincare. And yeah, I think I would have to say the work. I really like the work.
Tell me about your philosophy about beauty. This is a hard question.
This is a hard question. I think some people have asked me this before, and I honestly think beauty or feeling beautiful is when I feel really, really comfortable with like 200% myself, I can be whoever, even if I'm in front of like, I don't know, who's a hot guy? Give me a guy's name that I like. GD? He's too cute for me now. I'm too old for him now. But like, Park Seo-joon, or let's say, I'm in front of the president, or even if I'm in front of Park Seo-joon, even if I'm in front of like my boyfriend's like mom, like future mother-in-law, whatever. If I feel, I think 200% myself and confident, I think that's beauty. Like you feeling comfortable in your own shoes and feeling confident of who you are. I think that's what definition of beauty is for me personally, like inside and out,
So then, do you think your beauty philosophy aligns with Wishtrend's? And if so, why?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because Wishtrend, what their philosophy is, I think is exactly what my life's philosophy is too. Their philosophy is to share positive beauty and energy. Of course, it can be about skincare, beauty, makeup, but at the same time, we're doing other contents about inner beauty, self-care, about self-love. And I think in my life too, my mission, I feel like as I'm getting older, I feel it like in my bones that it may be to share more positive energy and positive beauty. It can be sometimes about skincare or this or health or that, but I think just overall, just making sure that if someone, I guess, watches me or like thinks about me, they can 기분 좋게, they can put a smile on their face.
That's
and
true.
I think, yeah, that's my mission now.
Okay, so thank you so much. Oh, what am I saying? No, I still have two more questions. What's one piece of beauty and life advice you want to tell our Wishtrenders who are listening?
Beauty advice?
Or life advice?
Oh, life advice. Okay, beauty, I would say these days I'm realizing it more. Please don't squeeze out your like whiteheads or blackheads with your fingers, because these days I'm so stressed about my pores, and I was going back into my ears. I'm like, what did I do? Like, did I always have big pores? And I didn't. I think when I was really young, my friends used to be like, oh my gosh, like you have no pores and stuff like that. But I remember in like elementary school, I used to kind of, you know how after you take a shower, it becomes kind of soft and then you can see it? I think I squeezed it out. Now looking back, I still remember like I used to squeeze it out with my fingers and stuff. So I would say one thing, please don't squeeze out your pores. Like, I mean,
Because I always do it. No, I'm not disgusted. I always do it. So like,
Yeah.
찔렸어. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then life advice, I would say don't listen to too many people's advice. Yeah, I don't think it's really healthy.
I agree.
Yeah,
Just go with the flow.
Yeah, just listen to yourself and the people that you really trust, but don't listen to too many people's opinions. You know, it's not that important.
Okay, what message from Wishtrend do you think our viewers would take away from our videos? Like, or do you wish they would take away from our videos?
Oh, one more time, what?
So what message from Wishtrend do you wish our viewers would take away from our videos?
I would say whatever it may be. If it was, let's say, informative videos or funny videos or like encouraging messages, positive messages, whatever it may be, something that can be a good influence. Like, you know, even if it's sometimes some things that you didn't want to hear, like, but you heard it, you're like, okay, fine, you know. But some type of positive influence in your life.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna thank you for your experiences with Wish. Thank you for sharing them with us. So now that we were able to learn more about your journey, I'm curious to learn more about your personality.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever taken the MBTI? I'm just curious.
I don't think so. My friend made me take something similar, but I still, I don't think I did.
Okay. Anyways, a lot of people know you as their EuniUnni and they can come to you for skincare advice, and I think it'd be interesting to get to know you more through like a short personality test. So, okay, have you ever heard of the Myers-Briggs test?
I've heard of it, but
That's the MBTI.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I've heard of it, but I've never done it.
Okay, it divides people into 16 different personalities, all based on 4 different categories. So extroversion, introversion, sensing or intuition, thinking or feeling, and then judging and perceiving. So it would come up as like, you know, ESTJ or like INT, something like that. So this is a short version of it, but I thought it would be a good way to get a better understanding of you. So this is a short version, but I thought it would be a good chance for the people to get to know you better. I'm going to start. Question number 1. You are totally exhausted because your week was endless and less than great. How are you going to spend your weekend? Number 1. I'll call my friends to ask about their plans. I heard that a new restaurant opened. A nice comedy's playing in the cinemas. There are big discounts at the paintball club. We should all go out together. Or I'll switch on the don't disturb mode on my phone and stay at home. I'll watch a new episode of my favorite TV show, do a puzzle, and take a long bath with a book.
Those 2? Definitely the second one.
Oh.
Chill. Yeah, I need to chill. I need my time.
Okay. So, which of these 2 descriptions suits you more? The most important thing for me is what's happening here and now. I assess real situation and pay attention to details. Or, facts are boring. I love to dream and play over upcoming events in my mind. I rely more on intuition than information.
Damn, that's really hard. I think I'm really half and half, but I think I'm more realistic.
So the first one.
Uh-uh.
Okay. A competitor of your current employer is trying to entice you. You have doubts because the salary is much higher there, but the staff here is great. Moreover, the head of your department hinted that he will recommend you to the bosses when he retires. So how are you going to make a decision? Number 1, I'll learn all the available information about the competitor, ask my HR manager for advice, and draw a chart with all the pros and cons. In such cases, it's important to weigh up all the arguments and assess the situation with a cold mind. Or, I'll listen to my feelings. I always follow my heart.
I was always the following my heart type of person, and I still believe that you need some of that sometimes. But for realistic situations like your job and your career, definitely the first one. Like, you need facts and you need to make sure that you know what you're doing or you're gonna regret it. You can't sometimes trust your guts, you know? So the first one.
Okay. Last question. Only 2 weeks are left before your close friend's wedding. How are the preparations going? 1 month ago, I chose the saxophonist who will play a medley for our school song, collected the couple's photos, love story, composed a poem, pressed my suit, made appointments with the stylist and makeup master. I prefer to be fully armed. Or, why prepare? I'll be having fun and enjoying myself at the party. I'll improvise my wedding speech and the best things happen spontaneously. So extreme.
I know. I think the first one, because I one thing that I hate is being pinned to other people. Like, how do you say that in English? Being 남에게 피해가는 거, making
being a nuisance to someone else.
Yeah, like I hate that. You know, I don't want anyone to have some type of difficulty because of me. So that's one thing I hate. So definitely the first one. I think yeah.
Okay, so you are an ISTJ. Let's talk.
ISTJ. What's that?
ISTJ. Hold on. Let me find it. I'm gonna read this for you.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys if it's right or if it's like wrong or. I'm curious.
You are an inspector. Thoughtful, pensive, responsible. You are trustworthy, but you never take things as they are, always analyzing the incoming information. You're not interested in long-term communication and prefer official communication only during companionship. You are aimed at the final result. You like strictness and order, but very often you're pedantic. You don't live in your dreams, only in here and now.
I think it's about right, or it's what I aim to be. I think it's what I want to be, but yeah, I think it's right.
I think personally though, I've taken this test multiple times, the official one, but I feel like if you were to take this in the official test, you would have scored differently. This is my opinion.
Because there's so many different questions, yeah?
And the way you kind of answered these questions, you weren't like, oh, definitely, you were always like, yeah, like, well, I get that, but like for this, it's that, like something like that. So the actual test kind of weighs that out a little better. So, but still, I can tell that what you're striving to be, that I agree with. So I'm glad I got to know more about you, and that was interesting. So
that was fun.
Now that we got to know you more in terms of personality, I want to get deeper into what makes you tick every day. Okay. So what are the 10 things you can't live without?
Okay, so I brought it here today.
Yeah, let's lay it out on the table.
I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, so actually this 1, 2, 3.
This is so you. It's driving me crazy.
4.
Oh my god.
5, 6, then 7, 8, 9. And then probably I would say 이거 너무 좋아. 10. This is me. Okay, so I'm gonna get through it quickly, okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So first of all, I'm 35 now. I feel like and I do try to eat really well and healthy. However, because of our like realistic schedule, sometimes I can't take the proper amount of like fruits or proper amount of veggies that I'm supposed to, or fibers or whatever, every single day. So I do eat my vitamins. I only brought a few right now because this is like omega. I have vitamin C. I take vitamin D. I take vitamin B.
What's
I take
going
a lot
on?
of vitamins. So there are like specific ones that I always take every single day. So that's one thing. And I think you can't really see a huge difference if you just take it once in a while. But if you continuously take it and then stop, 그러면은 you can really see a difference. So yeah, vitamins. I mean, consult with your doctors first, but vitamins we need to choose. Okay. And then another thing these days, realistically, I think we really need our masks because of the coronavirus. So for sure, the mask I'm keeping around. And one thing is I really love ginger. And I know that if you guys have seen my Instagram stories, like I squeeze out like a whole bunch of ginger and then I put it in my jar and I take 2 or 1 spoon every single day. But I didn't want to bring the whole thing, so I just brought like a juice thing that has ginger in it. But I really love ginger because my body's always, I always drink warm hot water. I'm always like, I'm cold, and I turn on the heater, and then you're like, oh, it's hot, 근데 my body's always really cold, so I think ginger really helps to with the circulation of your blood and everything, so it makes me really warm, and it helps to boost up my immune system as well. And then I always take a bowl of fresh fruits or nuts or something, because I'm such a granny. If I get hungry, I get cranky.
Yeah.
Like, I get mad. So I always have, not just like healthy stuff, but I have chocolate sometimes or whatever that I can just like put in my mouth,
Yeah.
So that. And some beauty things, I need my eye drop because it gets really dry, and I do wear contact lens. My eyes are really bad, as I told you. It's like -3.75, so I'm -5. You're -5? You blind without like,
I'm
oh
blind.
dang. Okay, so yeah, that. So I always need these. And patches. I always carry this around with me because I feel like I do have acne-prone skin, so I have to have this. This is something that I have around everywhere. My parents' house, Derek's house, one in my bag, one in every purse. I feel like after I pop my pimple, this is definitely needed for it to like protect my, my scar or whatever, so that it won't scar more. So I really like this is by Wishtrend. I was gonna say Tekka cream, sorry, but clear skin shield patches, and they're really cool because you could wear on makeup on top and you can't really see it. And then the concealer. This is so good. I have it I have it in my
pouch
makeup
as
bag.
well.
I love this with a passion. It's just, I feel like if they come up with more colors, it'll be wonderful. But this is a concealer that we've been using for more than like 4 or 5 years now, right? And I love it. It's so creamy and
Texture is like really good.
so good, and it doesn't like leave creases, like, so I love it. I'm doing foundation free challenge right now, so I'm not wearing concealer, but usually I would just use this for my whole face too. And yeah, I love this one. Claire's Gold Claire's. Hopefully you can come out with different colors one day soon. And this one, I love the I'm From Mugwort mask. I really like I'm From products, but I really love their Mugwort line. I think soup goes really well with my body too. I love eating it, I love the whole thing. But this one is really good for purifying your skin. So what I mean by that is after you use this, of course it's good for calming and stuff too. And then your skin looks just more like clear and brightens right afterwards. And I like this because you can slap it on and they eat stuff with it too. Sheet mask or stuff, like you can't really move your mouth. But this one,
You're doing a lot of eating.
yeah. This one, it doesn't dry up, so I love like slapping it on and eating my meal or whatever. So I love this one. This is highly recommended. Last two is my camera. I have to have this. This is like, you know what? I think my little cameraman, I'm so glad that I invested my money into this. This is what I film, just everything with. This is why how my channel exists and how I make a living off, in my life. So thank you, camera. I always carry this with me. And then these days I have few apps that I do like, but Snow is like the one that I do feel like I use the most, especially because I'm doing foundation free. I feel like sometimes with the iPhone cam, I'm like, dang, it's like raw. Yeah, I'm like, oh no, So I need some like filter in my life. So I think it's
I love how we just like took a selfie.
took a selfie. Yeah, so I think it's cool. So I think Snow is something that a lot of Koreans use.
A lot of Koreans use.
So it does look a little bit photoshopped and blurred out. So some people don't like that, but I think when you don't have any makeup on or you just want to look a little bit like photoshopped, it's the perfect app to use.
Okay. I recommend Foodie, guys.
Foodie? Oh, I have Foodie too, but
No, it's Snow.
oh, I need everything's good.
Okay.
But
So it was interesting to see what you have in your bag, and you seem to have like a lot of health-related stuff and skincare up your sleeve.
Yeah.
So I was curious what you thought about certain beauty topics. So these are going to be really fast questions. Okay, are you excited?
okay.
Number 1, can you let us know one beauty secret you have that you're willing to share?
I feel like I shared everything. I don't use, well, it might depend for everyone, but I don't use a cleanser in the morning, only on my T-zone.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you do have extremely dry skin, I want to recommend that you try to use cleansers just on the T-zone or the areas that you feel the sebum coming up. But this is only for extremely dry skin types. And yeah,
Okay.
that's one secret.
Number 2, when did you first start your full skincare routine?
I think this is when I came to Korea and I started getting when I got adult acne. Before, I honestly had a full routine, but I don't even remember what I wore. Like, it wasn't important in my life. But as soon as I started getting adult acne when I was 26, that's when I started trying out so many new products. So then,
Okay. What does your day and night beauty routine look like? Let us know of all the products.
I do actually have the products currently, but I'm actually using. Should I say the name?
Yeah.
So I love the Klairs Skin Hydrating Huge Toner. It's the white one. I love that one for the warmer weathers. I think it's perfect transitioning from winter to spring. So that one. And then for serums, I'm using Medicube Pore Zero Serum because my pores is like my #1 concern right now. And then I'm using April Skin the Carrot Serum. That one was good.
It's good.
Oh, that one's really good. And then for cream, I'm using what am I using? For toners and creams, I'm kind of flexible depending on my condition and stuff like that. But cream right now, I think I'm using the Repeat one. I use the actually the mask today. So I'm using the mask. It's a mask, sleeping mask, but I like it. It's like an emulsion type of texture. So I love that one. And then sunscreen is Rovectin Tone Up Sunscreen. That's my morning, and then night it's the same thing except for the sunscreen.
Okay. Okay. What's the most expensive beauty item you splurged on, and was it worth it?
I recently got a retinol cream from IOPIT and it's 0.1%. I haven't used it yet, so I can't really say if it was worth it. But that's the most expensive thing that I.
How much is it?
I think it was like or $80.
Yeah.
But
Okay. When and why did you start wearing makeup? You told us, but still kind of talk about it again.
Makeup, I think it was in junior high school, and I still remember, our school. Okay, so I had an older Eunni, and I remember she was the sister of my friend Lin, and then she sat me down and she shaved my eyebrows off.
What?
Cause then all the cool Eunnies there, they chose a younger classmate, and then they
Shaved their brows off? That was a thing?
Cause Mickey D's eyebrows were really in amongst the Asian crowd and stuff like that. So I still remember the Eunni shaved my eyebrows off and she drew McDonald's Mickey D's eyebrows.
Oh my
So I still remember that's the first time that I learned.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was my makeup experience.
Can you tell me one beauty trend you will never get tired of and one you wish will never come back?
Healthy, glowy glass skin. I love. I wish it would be here all the time. Maybe something that I wish it wouldn't come back.
Those brows? Maybe those brows.
The brows, but it's okay. Yeah, maybe those brows. And those we used to do black lip eyeliner and then do nude color inside.
Yeah.
Those I think.
Okay.
Lip liners I love with the same or similar color as your lipstick, but black eyeliners and then nude color inside.
What?
You
lost me.
I don't know. I used to do that. I don't know, but
Okay.
yeah. So those maybe.
So what's a beauty-related regret you have? I can answer this for you.
Yes.
The pores thing.
Yes.
The blackhead squeezing.
Yeah. I used to do that, and I regret that. And when I was in elementary school, I hated my hair.
On your legs?
Yeah, and I wish I had YouTube back then, but we didn't back in the days, Damn it. So now you guys can just Google it or
What
YouTube.
to do with it? Yeah.
Yeah, but now I remember I didn't like the hair, so I got my dad's razor, and I just with bare skin. I remember it I got rashes all over. It hurt so bad. So yeah, I wish someone gave me advices when I was in elementary school. So.
Okay. Going on with advice. What's the best piece of beauty advice someone's told you?
Cleanse thoroughly, especially around the T-zone. I've heard somewhere, what's her name? Goyeonjang? She always mentioned in her beauty tips, she always said make sure to cleanse the T-zone more because that's where like all your pores are and you get more breakouts and things like that. But I think that was like the one advice that I like picked up, and then I love that one. Oh.
Okay. If you made your own perfect beauty brand, what would be the most important thing about the brand? Like what the brand needs?
I would say like overall seeing it, the mission, like why, the purpose that they're making this, like what is it targeting for, like what's the mission of it, who is it here to help, like which type of skin types or skin concerns. Specific things, I would say like I would love to start with the basics, like a really good cleanser, a really good toner, serum, and then cream and sunscreen maybe.
Okay. If you were a skincare or makeup item, what would you be and why?
I think I would be I would
I really like this question though.
yeah, I'll be like a multi-item, like
what?
a toner slash serum slash cream, like all in one or something, a multitasking item.
There's a lot of crowdfunding for products like that these days. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so if you could only wear one skincare or beauty item, what would it be? What is it?
One thing, I still say this. One thing, if I could take to a deserted island, will be the Claire's Midnight Blue Calming.
Cream. Okay.
One thing.
Maybe that's because it's a deserted island, so there'll be like a lot of
Sun.
Yeah.
Need to calm it down.
Winged or droopy eyeliner?
Winged.
Okay. Favorite scent and why?
Acacia. Acacia flowers.
Yeah.
I love it. It brings me like childhood
Nostalgia.
memories for
Yeah.
sure. Like the gum. Do you guys
Yeah,
do
I
you remember
love that gum.
I love
It
it.
tastes
I
so
love
good.
it. Yup.
Okay. What do you think makes a woman beautiful?
Confidence. 100%. Like just confidence.
True. What's something about you, physical or not, that you wish more people focused on?
My cooking.
I can tell. I can tell you want that attention.
I like it. I love it. I love sharing that. But I wish I could, share it more with you guys.
What's one memory you have where you felt the most beautiful?
I think I know that. Oh, don't kill me, okay? Don't hit me.
Okay.
Every moment that I have with my boyfriend, because he makes me feel so confident and sexy, even when I'm like the most ugly or nerdiest. Everyone 막 토해. Everyone's like.
But honestly, all jokes aside, I'm so glad that you're in this relationship and like 완전 as her like 친한 동생, I like 응원해, and that was a lot of Konglish.
Yeah, I was like,
study
huh?
your Korean. Anyways,
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's your biggest insecurity, and how did you get, or are you getting over it?
I think small boobs, because why? You know, I had it for the longest time, ever since starting from elementary school. I used to wear like Gap, like Nautica, big sweaters because I would feel so insecure about my breasts, the size of my breasts. But now it's okay.
Okay. You don't really mind?
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you the happiest?
I think my family. Mi familia, for sure.
What's the last thing that genuinely made you smile and laugh? 빵 터진 거. Yeah, dying. I think this would be like
It's
a really
so
good tip because
difficult.
everyone's like very sad these days with the corona going on and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's something that made you laugh? People could work off of that.
My boyfriend's fart. Maybe.
Okay, so everyone, go and get your significant other to fart in front of you.
Something like that, you know? Some intimate moment that you have with your loved one that nobody will.
Matte or glossy?
Sorry, I forgot this is a beauty podcast.
Oh, very beautiful. Matte or glossy?
Definitely glossy.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I like glossy skin.
Coral or pink?
Definitely coral. I don't like pink too much.
Okay. Strong lip or strong eyes?
Strong lip.
Oh, very like you have your
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
very
yeah.
취향이. You have like a very certain viewpoint of
Distinctive
beauty.
likes.
Okay. So, gosh, I can't get over the fart. I really didn't like. From the questions I had today, I never thought I would hear like fart in one of the
answers.
answers. But anyways,
Yeah. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, and being the like little kid I am deep inside is kind of making me a little happy too. So.
Aww.
Yeah. Why are you awing? It's nothing to like.
So cute.
Stop. So thank you so much for today. I had a lot of fun getting to know you, and even though I've known you for so long, like even the Wishtrenders, I think they can 공감해 with me. I think I got to know you a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun. It was really fun. Thank you guys so much for inviting
Yes.
me.
So what are your thoughts on today? How was the podcast?
It was so fun, and it was fun because it was focused on me, so it was really fun. But anyways, I feel like I got to show a little bit more of my other sides as a host for Wishtrend TV, and it was fun to have this kind of relaxed environment as well. So yeah, it was a really fun experience. Thank you guys so much for inviting me.
I really like this setup, and the fact that we have the video going on as well, it really feels like a radio station.
Right,
I'm enjoying this. So
Me too.
for all of you guys that also enjoyed this Behind the Wish episode, if you guys have any questions, then please leave them down below. And also, if you guys have opinions on what we could talk about in the future, let us know as well. Thank you so much for listening, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel and our podcast platforms. We're on SoundCloud, Castbox, Stitcher, Apple Music, and wherever you can find podcasts for update and latest videos. Yeah. So what do you think?
Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Bye. 안녕.